Storm Watch 12 weather with meteorologist Josh Culbreth.
Welcome back to News Watch 12. Midday, you can see some blue on the map here, which represents some snow, and then some green, which represents some rain. Also, the yellow represents rainfall. But where you're seeing this pink is where we actually have freezing rain. That's where the snow is melting through the atmosphere and it turns into rain, but it freezes on contact with the surface because the surface is below 32 degrees. We're going to have a lot of that over the next couple of days, at least the potential for a lot of that. We'll put this into motion with Stormcast, and we stop this right around dinner time. Pretty widespread stuff at this point. A little bit drier for midnight, very temporarily, because here comes that next storm system arriving from the north and west, and this is going to make our Cascade passes and our east side passes potentially look pretty lousy in a Wednesday morning, and they'll continue to be that way for lunchtime, maybe a little bit drier for dinner time, and then we'll see another lull in the action as we transition into Thursday. Now, there is another chance for some wet weather into Thursday and Friday, but that's just going to be a pretty small chance for some showers. Here's some of the water totals we're expecting through Wednesday night, subject to change, but it's going to be the coast and the coastal mountains. That's where we could see upwards of maybe 4 inches of water. So we'll be watching very closely for the potential of flash flooding in and around some of those smaller streams and those fresh burn scars in Curry County, also for southern Josephine County down towards the Illinois Valley. Snow levels right now are around 5,000 feet. They're going to raise up to around 8,000 feet a little bit later this afternoon, and then coming back down overnight and stabilizing around 4,500 feet to 5,000 feet. So the biggest snowfall totals are going to be about 4,500 to 5,000 feet. We're expecting maybe 1 to 3 inches of snow on our Siskiyou County passes, maybe 2 to 3 inches for our east side passes, not much at all for our west side passes, and then anywhere between 3 to 12 inches for our Cascade passes, with some of the biggest totals being up towards Diamond Lake and Crater Lake. Now on to some of the ice accumulations, and I talked about this at the top of the show, but I want to touch on it again, as Crater Lake, Salem, Eugene, and Corvallis are going to be in one class, but in the next class is going to be the Portland area. So that's likely where we'll have the worst icing on the roadways, but also to the east of the Cascades, it could look pretty tough. There could at least be a little glaze of ice. So again, just a myriad of impacts that we're tracking over the next several days. And I didn't even touch on the winds yet. Now for today, they'll gust out of the south and west upwards of maybe 35 miles per hour. And for tonight, they'll do the same thing, with some of the fastest wind gusts being up in the Cascades. But then for tomorrow, they'll gust upwards of 45 miles per hour. It's that combination of snow and rain and ice and winds. That's why I'm going with high impacts for Wednesday, low impacts after that. But that doesn't mean our weather is going to be perfect. We'll have more chances for rain right through the weekend and into next week. Here's the 7-day forecast for the coast. Rain likely over the next 7 days, although will be a little bit drier for Thursday. Then for Siskiyou County, we'll have a chance for some ice in Siskiyou County as well, but it's just not going to be as prevalent as what we'll see to the east of the Cascades. Oregon 140, Oregon 138, US 97, all will be under the gun when it comes to the potential for ice. Also, Oregon 230, especially up towards Diamond Lake Junction and Crater Lake. That's where we could have upwards of maybe 1/4 of an inch of ice, and then maybe upwards of another foot of snow. And then for the Rogue Valley, I'm not thinking we're going to have much ice from this go at all. It's mainly just going to be rain for today and tomorrow.
All right, so get out your umbrellas and rain boots and jackets, because a lot of rain
Yes,
for the valley area.
And your winter safety kit if you're
Yes.
traveling over some of the passes. Talk to people up in Eugene and Corvallis, in Salem and Cottage Grove. I bet they really wish they had that winter safety kit.
I'm sure they do. All right, thanks, Josh.
Of course.
Appreciate it.